Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel. Welcome to... I don't know if this is the first time or the first in a very long time, but this is your Smackdown Live review. As I've said in yesterday's review, I don't really watch Raw or Smackdown. Haven't watched it consistently in 3 years. And find it very hard to watch the product given just how boring and crappy it is. And, you know, a lot of people tend to praise SmackDown Live. And I'll admit, SmackDown Live, back when it first started in the brand split 2016, it was really good. I actually did watch SmackDown here and there. I didn't watch consistently, but I watched SmackDown here and there. I think as we got closer to WrestleMania 33, and then after WrestleMania 33, that's when SmackDown Live took a big plunge. And ever since then, it just hasn't been the same. It's kind of been scratching and clawing to get back to that top spot. Ever since then, ever since WrestleMania 33, I feel like Raw has just been a better show. I wouldn't say quality-wise, but in terms of the wrestlers that are there, and actually, I guess quality-wise, because quality-wise, SmackDown Live kicked Raw's ass for an entire year, but I don't know. Who do you guys, what brand do you guys think is better right now, Raw or SmackDown? I mean, I can't honestly tell you because I don't watch either one, but I'm curious to see what you guys think. But yeah, just got off of SmackDown Live. I thought Raw was so boring yesterday. SmackDown, it wasn't boring. How it did keep my interest throughout. I'm not saying it was a good show, but it wasn't a boring show. I'd say it was decent. It was a decent show. I'd say it was a decent show. Okay, so we first started off with a segment between wait, hold on. Excuse me. We start the show with Paige in the ring with Lana, Naomi, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair, and everyone's talking about how they're gonna win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and out comes the Iconics and Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, and they get into the mix, and they're a bit jealous because they're not in the match. And then Paige sets up that 8-woman tag team match for later on tonight. And that's kind of how that gets set up. We then get to the next match. The first match. Shelton Benjamin versus Daniel Bryan. This match is actually pretty good. They showed a clip from Daniel Bryan's promo last week, which everyone ranted and raved about. I have not seen that full promo, but I saw a piece of it here. Really good stuff. Now I gotta watch the full Daniel Bryan promo to see what everyone's talking about, because everyone keeps saying, dude, you gotta watch the Daniel Bryan promo. It's the best promo he's ever cut. And I'm like, okay, but you know, I just like, it must not, it probably ain't that good. But then I saw it here and I'm like, oh, okay. Let's see how Big Cass combats this promo. He did later tonight, but it didn't come close. Anyway, this is a pretty good match, as I would expect from these two very talented men, and Daniel Bryan and Shelton Benjamin. A shame that they don't do much of anything with Shelton. You just broke apart Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. The team seemed like they were just forced together. No one really wanted them to be a tag team. They were just paired with each other because they wanted Jason Jordan to be replaced on American Alpha. Now that you have Chad Gable on Raw, and he's really not doing anything, which I didn't expect him to, you have Shelton Benjamin, a man who has history in WWE, former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion, former United States Champion, list goes on. Why aren't you doing anything with him? Why isn't he in a feud with Jeff Hardy? Why isn't he trying to be in a big match? Why isn't he trying to be the top guy? Why is he just floating there? He shouldn't be another name on the roster. You could do so much more with Shelton Benjamin. I know he's an older guy. I mean, he ain't that old, but he's on the older spectrum when it comes to the roster. But still, you know, give him a match with a guy like this is a good start. Daniel Bryan is a good start for Shelton Benjamin. You know, get him in there with some guys like Samoa Joe. Get in there with some guys like Adonis Yanamas. You know, show off what Shelton Benjamin really can do. Because I feel like some people forgotten how talented this guy is because they don't showcase him enough. But this is a good start. It was a really good match. Daniel Bryan finished the match after working over the leg of Shelton Benjamin basically the whole time with his heel hook submission. Not a fan of this heel hook submission. I would rather his finisher either be the running knee, as it has been for many years, or the yes lock. I don't understand why he doesn't use the yes lock. Well, no. Let me not say that. He does use the yes lock. But more often than not now, he's been using the heel hook to finish off his matches. which I guess maybe it just takes time to acquaint to it. But so far, not sold on it just yet. Not just yet. We then get a backstage segment with Paige, who runs into Asuka. Asuka wants to face Carmella tonight, and Paige is like, "Well, how about we make it a 10-woman tag team match, and putting Asuka on a team with Lana, Charlotte, Naomi, and who's the other girl? I said Lana, Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky Lynch. Wow, guys, I forgot Becky Lynch. You see, this is a sign. This is a sign of what they actually do with Becky Lynch." Really sad, really depressing. You know, I was talking to my sister throughout the show on the phone, right? And I was talking about how dirty they're doing Becky Lynch, and she was like, "Nah, they're doing Asuka way dirtier." And I'm like, "This is true, but Becky Lynch has been on SmackDown Live way longer than Asuka, and it feels like ever since she lost the SmackDown Women's Championship, she's just been there." She hasn't really gotten a SmackDown Women's Championship match since then. She's been in the Money Bank match. Like, the big matches they'll have her in to fill space. But that's all she is. I feel like she's only there to fill space, and that's not what she should be. Becky Lynch is so talented. I remember back in the NXT days. This was back when, you know, you had Sasha, Bayley, Becky, and Sasha on NXT. Now, at the time, the ranking for me went Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, Becky. Becky was always last for me. But I always thought that, you know, being on SmackDown, I have high hopes that they'll make her the centerfold of the women's division. It seemed like they were headed in that direction at first, but after they put all their stock in Alexa Bliss, they just completely forgot about Becky Lynch. Damn shame. Damn shame. She did defeat Charlotte last week, from what I hear, so that's good. At least they look like they're trying. You know, hopefully she wins the SmackDown Women's Championship at some point in the year. It'd be nice if she won the Money in the Bank briefcase, but no chance in hell. No chance in hell that she's winning it. I'll be shocked. I'll be happy. I'll just be shocked, too, that she actually won it. We then got a segment in the ring with Jerry the King Lawler interviewing AJ Styles. AJ talking about how he's going to beat Nakamura at Money in the Bank. And that was kind of the gist of the promo. Nothing special about it. There wasn't some groundbreaking thing he said. I could tell you it wasn't, because if it were, I would have heard it. And I just heard radio silence during the promo. Not radio silence. Let me not say that. The crowd really didn't react that much. And it was because the concept of the promo wasn't all that good. And when stuff like that happens, people often will do what I did yesterday. Look at you, but think about something else. And that's kind of what I was doing during this AJ Styles promo. We then get back. We saw some segments with The Miz talking to some referees on how he can be the special guest referee, because he had a segment with Paige earlier tonight about Paige making him the special guest referee for Rusev versus Samoa Joe. Why? I have no idea. I don't remember The Miz being in some elaborate feud with Rusev or Samoa Joe. So why he wants to be the special guest referee for the match is beyond me. But he's talking to referees backstage on tips and whatnot. It was that segment. We then get to the match. Rusev versus Samoa Joe. Very hard to call, honestly. I wanted to be like, I want Rusev to win, but I want Joe to win. You have two big guys. They're not tall guys, but they're big guys. Very athletic. It's a match I didn't think I would ever see or want to see, but now that they stepped into the ring with each other, I'm like, I want to see this match. So I was pretty excited as soon as the bell rung. It was a nice little match. It ain't going for that long. But Miz kind of started to interfere in the match as we thought he would. Joe bumped into the Miz by accident. And that led to the Miz not counting Samoa Joe's pin when he hit a Uranagi onto Rusev. At this moment, he and Miz started jaw-jacking each other. Rusev from out of nowhere hits the Machka kick, and Miz counts the pin, and Rusev gets the win over the Miz. Not over the Miz. Over Samoa Joe. Now, at this point, Rusev takes advantage of this situation. He's celebrating, but The Miz is the one who actually takes advantage of it. Laying out Aiden English and Rusev, getting a ladder, climbing to the top, grabbing the briefcase and retrieving it. And he's celebrating that he's won the Money in the Bank briefcase 5 days early. He goes out to the announcer's table. He's jaw-jacking. He opens the briefcase, and there's pancakes inside. And then you just see The Miz yelling. What was he yelling? I forgot who. He was yelling somebody's name. New Day! Or something. I don't remember what he was yelling, but he was yelling. It was pretty funny. Then you see the New Day backstage laughing at him. Xavier and Kofi were in one shirt. Why? I don't know. We didn't get to the next match. Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And that match I was pretty excited for. Match is okay, though. It didn't really have too much to offer. Too much that I was excited for it, but I didn't expect some 5-star classic. You know what I mean? It was on Smackdown of all places. Even if they had a match on freaking WrestleMania, I wouldn't expect the 5-star classic. Because I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura is a watered-down version of his New Japan self. And Jeff Hardy is just older, so he doesn't move as fast anymore. So these men couldn't have a... I'm not saying they're incapable of having a great match, but expecting a great match from these two men is something I did not have my mindset on. So that was kind of mindset I had. Sad, but, you know. It was okay for what it was. Jeff Hardy set Shinsuke up, hit a Whisper in the Wind, then a Twist of Fate, went to the top rope for the Swanton Bomb, hits it, goes for the pin, but Shinsuke puts his foot on the rope. Jeff Hardy goes to set it up once again. He goes for something, but Shinsuke, like every single week, hits him with a low blow. And you know, at first, the low blow gimmick was so unique, so awesome. I loved it. Such an overdone concept now. Every single fucking week, it's the low blow. That's how the match ends. Like, I guess that's kind of garnering heel heat, him ruining matches like that, but it's kind of annoying. But like I said, that's his heel heat. Not gonna hate on him too much because that's how he's getting booed right now. If he didn't do the low blow, I'm pretty sure the crowd would be cheering him still because there wouldn't be that much different between him as a babyface and him as a heel. Nakamura after this hits a Kinshasa on to Jeff Hardy and counts to 10. Because last man standing match this Sunday. We didn't get a backstage segment with Carmella and Renee Young. Yeah. We didn't got a commercial. Oh, this is so funny. Commercial break was advertising Stephanie McMahon's appearance on Undercover Boss. This was so funny, guys. Stephanie McMahon's Undercover Boss episode. Now, I'm guessing it's not going to be at like a WWE show with the other wrestlers because I'm sure at this point in time, after seeing Stephanie McMahon probably every fucking week, you would know what she looks like even with the disguise on. So my guessing is she's probably going to go to like WWE headquarters or some shit. But even then, her disguise was not good. It was pretty bad. I looked at it and I'm like, that's totally... If you showed me a picture of her and I didn't know Stephanie McMahon was in a disguise, I would have told you she looks like Stephanie McMahon. Is that Stephanie McMahon with a wig on? Like, that's literally what she looked like, Stephanie McMahon with a wig on. Absolutely no different than Stephanie McMahon with blonde hair and short. You know, I just found that so funny. And then, if it wasn't a dead giveaway how she looked, as soon as Stephanie McMahon opened up her mouth to go talk, you'd be like, it's Stephanie. Like, no one's falling for that shit. But it's a scripted show. What do you expect? We didn't get a big cast interview. I'm expecting some groundbreaking promo to blow Bryan from last week out of the water. He starts talking about how he visited some county fair, got paid a lot of money for it. Then we see the camera pan over to a standee that they would have at a carnival that says, like, you must be this tall to ride. And it has 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet. And he stands right next to it. And I'm like, motherfucker, I understand you're 7 feet tall. Every fucking week you tell me you're 7 feet tall. How many times do you need to tell me that you're set? I get it. Enzo Amore told me you were 7 feet tall for 2 fucking years. I don't need you to keep reiterating how tall you are. I don't give that much of a shit that you're 7 feet tall. The point of this is that when you step in the ring with Daniel Bryan, he out wrestles you all the time. You could be 7 feet nice, and that doesn't mean shit if you can't wrestle. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler, but he ain't that damn good. You know who else is 7 feet tall? The Big Show. Big Show didn't say, I'm 7 feet tall, I'm 7 feet this, and my opponent is this. The Big Show did not tell me he was 7 feet tall every time he was on television like Big Cass does. And the Big Show can actually wrestle. I gotta stop saying that. I'm making it seem like Big Cass can wrestle. It's not that he can't. But the fact that he has had a match with Daniel Bryan already, and that match didn't live up to expectations. He's had matches before, and those matches didn't live up to expectations. Big Cass so far just has not been lighting the world on fire. It is really, really difficult to get behind somebody whose promos is rinse and repeat. And when they step into the ring, they don't bring anything new to the table. It's just a generic 7 foot tall guy moveset. That's what Big Cass is. His moveset is probably, I would say, a watered down version, if not worse, than Baron Corbin's moveset. And his moveset isn't even that good to begin with. And he's smaller. So yeah, that was the gist of his promo. As soon as the whole 7 foot tall thing came up, I would talk to my sister and I'm like, how many fucking times do they have to reiterate how tall he is? And she started laughing. She's 14, by the way. She doesn't invest all her time in this undercover kayfabe, Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and Wrestle Talk. She doesn't watch all that shit, so she's just a casual fan. Well, she's a hardcore fan, but she's not a smart fan. She's not a mark yet. Then we get to the main event. Asuka, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Lana, and Naomi versus Carmella, the iconic duo of Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, of course. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I mean, it was an okay match, I guess. Nothing groundbreaking here, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing groundbreaking here at all. Becky Lynch got some offense. Everybody got some offense in this match. Every time Lana got in the ring, I was like, Lana is not that good a wrestler either. I don't know who's worse, Lana or Big Cass. I probably can't answer that question right away. I'm probably going to have to go with Lana. Lana is just, she steps into the ring, and you can obviously tell this woman has not been wrestling that long. And if she has, it's not clicking. Some people just don't have it. And Lana, didn't she wrestle at WrestleMania 32? She has to have been training for at least 3 years now. Now, I'm not saying you turn into a wrestling wizard after 3 years of training. But, some people will learn faster than others. I get that. Charlotte Flair learned faster than others. Hell, didn't she make a wrestling debut in 2013? She's only been wrestling for 5 years. She's the best. She's one of the best wrestlers in the company, period. Not just women, period. So yeah, maybe a few more years, Lana will be the next Charlotte Flair. But as of right now, she's garbage in the ring. So hopefully we see less of Lana in the ring. But they want to fill space. Just like I feel like Becky is that person to fill space as well. Asuka and Carmella is the one that came down to. Carmella in for a super kick. Onto Asuka, hit it. Lana came in with the save. Carmella dumped her out. She went for another one, but Asuka dodged it, locked in the Asuka lock, and she made Carmella tap out here. And then Asuka's team won the match. And at the end of the show, we had the shot of Asuka, Lana, Becky, Charlotte, and Naomi staring at each other and looking up at the briefcase, and staring at each other and looking up at the briefcase. Now they're all staring at Asuka. Now they're all looking at the briefcase. I'm like, this is a very, very odd way to go off the air, but okay. Okay, well that was SmackDown Live, ladies and gentlemen. Okay show. Wasn't boring like Raw. Thank God this is a 2-hour show, because if it was 3 hours, it would probably suck ass. So it would. Oh my God. Let's all just thank the wrestling gods that SmackDown Live is still 2 hours. Anyways, that was your SmackDown Live review. Tell me what you guys think down below about this show. I'm going to go and watch 205 Live and probably have a review up for you guys tomorrow morning. Love you guys as always, and I will talk to you all later. Peace out.